Well, hello, my YouTube fellas and gals. So today we are on lot number 5. And if you're not familiar or you're new to my channel, I own a used bookstore, an Tremendous bookstore, and more. It's on Facebook and a physical store. But anyways, if you don't want to order books from me, these are also I'm also a resource center that if I read a book and you're interested and you read on a tablet or a Kindle or Nook or some web app, this way, you have a book to see, you have the synopsis read, you know what's out there, and you can go pick one. And I'll leave all my information down in the description below and at the end of the video. So let's get on with it. The first book is called Marielle, and it's by Ena Halliday. This is a 1982 copyright. It's got a little writing in it. You can tell it's been loved. It's got some spots, some ageness, some goodness. And this is the synopsis, what the book's about. For some women, there is only one man. Marielle St. Just fought her own fears as she entered the prison of Louis XIII that housed her wounded brother. Her chestnut hair was disguised, and her silver coins lay in the palm of an old jailer. And when the key turned in the lock and her eyes searched the dark confines of the cell, Marielle saw only the stranger who was her destiny. So that is book number 1. Excuse me. Book number 2, we have A New Hope by Robyn Carr. This is a 2015 copyright. And because I am used bookstore, you will see new, used, good books, not so good condition books, but they're all loved and read, and all the pages are there. Nothing's ripped because I go through all the books. So this is what this book is about. After losing her child, Ginger Dessart was lost in grief. But since landing in Thunder Point, Ginger is finally moving forward. Her job at the flower shop is fulfilling, and she's excited to be assisting with the Laucomet wedding. In spite of her heartache, Ginger is swept up in the pleasure of the occasion. But the beauty of the Laucomet farm and the joy of the gregarious family are ruined by an encounter with the bride's brother. Struggling with painful memories of his own, Matt makes a drunken spectacle of himself when he tries to make a pass at Ginger, forcing her to flee the scene in embarrassment. But when Matt shows up at the flower shop, determined to make amends, what started out as a humiliating first meeting blossoms into something deeper than either of them expected. Everyone around them worries that Ginger will end up with a broken heart yet again, but if Ginger has the courage to embrace the future, and if Matt can let go of the past, there may still be hope for a happy ending. So there you go, book number 2. Book number 3. This is called Somewhere in Time by Barbara Bretton. This is a 1992 copyright. You can tell it's definitely been well loved. That's what the book looks like. And this is what it's about. And she was willing to travel across the centuries to find it. Emily Cross dreamed of a man who can inflame her senses and touch her soul, a man of commitment and passion. Through the mysteries of time, she finds a new nation struggling to be born and faces the adventure of a lifetime that began centuries ago. So there we go. Somewhere in Time is book number 3. Book number 4, we have My One and Only by Katherine O'Neill. That's what some writing in the front. That's what the book looks like. Copyrights the year 2000, and this is what it's about. When Kitty Fontaine invades the opulent homes of London aristocrats, she seeks only one treasure, the blood of India, the exquisite ruby that will ransom the life of her father. But someone else covets the fabulous gem, the coolly audacious burglar known as the Tiger. A master of seduction, he steals into ladies' bedrooms to relieve them of their valuables, only to capture their hearts in the process. One night over a plundered safe, she will find herself face to face with her rival, instantly spellbound by his smoky gaze. Enticing her with a luring challenge, he brands her with a searing kiss and claims her body as his own. It will not be their last encounter, as she begins to suspect that it was not their first. Does the tiger truly have the connection to her painful past? As fateful and the ruby bind them on a perilous quest, Kitty will risk her life and freedom, and for a love she never expected to rekindle, she will risk her heart and soul. So there you go, book number 4. Book number 5. We have Loose Change by Sara Davidson. This is a 1977 copyright, lots of love in it. I always show the inside of the book so you know the conditions you are getting. Tasha, the cross-country golden girl, drifted from lover to lover. Susie married a famous man and with him worked to bring people together, till it tore her dreams apart. Sarah, celebrated journalist, married a well-known entertainer and searching for her story began to discover herself, 3 women of the 60s. They thought life was free and would never run out, that all the events of their turbulent decade could change the world for better, that a woman could choose her own destiny, and her Mr. Right would go right along. They wanted a happy ending in a real world. They found one. This is their story. We are caught up in the lives, a swirl in a cyclone of rapidly shifting events. So there's book number 5. I do 10 books. So we're on book number 6. This is Holiday Blessings by Debbie Macomber. This is a 2000 copyright. It's got a little edge going right there. Little folds on the front. You can tell it was loved. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Armed only with her faith, a medical student sets out to battle the turbulent fears of a man whose tender touch has renewed her spirit. Stranded at an airport on one holiday eve, 2 lonely people rediscover the joys of faith and family. A troubled woman dares to face her fears and win the heart of an extraordinary man. So there you go. There's 3 novels in this one. Janet Pert, Irene Hannon. So when you skip to the front, it's Thanksgiving Prayer by Debbie Macomber. You have The Risk of Loving by Janet Pert, and you have Home for the Holidays by Irene Hannon. I love it when they have 3 in one. Looks like a good book. So that is book number 6. Book number 7. We have another Robyn Carr. This is called Temptation Ridge. This is a 2009 copyright. This is what the book looks like. And this is what it's about. At 25, after years of her mother's caregiver, it's time for Shelby to experience freedom and adventure. Time for travel, college, and romance. But when she visits Virgin River, she runs into Luke Riordan, decidedly not whom she has in mind. A handsome Black Hawk pilot, Luke exited the Army after 20 years. 4 wars and having been shot at out of the sky 3 times. At 38, he's tough and jaded. His major was in one-night stands with a minor in commitment avoidance. Technically, these 2 are all wrong for one another, but sometimes what you want and what you need are 2 different things, 2 very good things. So there you go. That sounds interesting. That is book 7. Book number 8. We have Decieve, Not My Heart by Shirlee Busbee. This is a 1984 copyright. Another well-loved book. That's what it looks like. All the stories are there, though, in the books, even though some of them might look battered. Her fury promised vengeance. Leona's only interest in the despicable cad that she had been forced to marry was the return of her dowry. She had not even seen her husband in 5 years, and now Morgan Slade angrily denied there had ever been a marriage. Her passion promised love, but in the cool shadows of the enchanting forest that surrounds Morgan Slade's elegant southern plantation, the fury of her hatred yields to the fierce hunger of unquenched longing. In the powerful arms of a dark and handsome husband she thought she despised, Leonie trembles with the sweat of agony, with the sweet agony of abandoned desire, and helplessly surrenders to the wild, intoxicating ecstasy of blazing passion. And together they abandon themselves to the exquisite pleasure of the love their hearts cannot escape. So there you go. Book number 8. Book number 9. we have Worth Avenue by John McIlvain. I don't know. 1983. Copyright. It's what the book looks like. There's always seems to be some writing in some of the fronts. This was definitely well loved. You can see it's aged. And this is what it's about. Like I said, copyright 1983. Okay. The most eloquent street in America's most exclusive resort, world famous Palm Beach, where the most celebrated birds of paradise gather each season to meet, to hunt, to play. Christine, the Cinderella whose Prince Charming died for his country, a beautiful blonde, a widow, alone at the ball. Harry living. If he takes her home, he loses his chance of a cool $2 million, and it's worth it. Elizabeth Davenport Delage. Her great age and immense wealth allow her certain unimaginable liberties. And Sandy Davenport, the black sheep of his family, art of his career, but Christine is his passionate obsession. This sounds very intriguing. Book number 9. Book number 10. We have Love Me Only by Hebby Robyn. This is a 1999 copyright. Little rating there. That's what the book looks like. This is what it's about. Love me completely. The prospect of a joyful family reunion is shattered when Diana McFarland arrives in Mexico City and learns that her father is dead. His only legacy, a valuable secret formula for mining silver. Diana is determined to go on with the business, but one thing stands in her way. Darkly handsome Seguin Torres, a man who wants the formula for himself. Love me forever. For Seguin, the formula is his last chance to make a name for himself and to seek revenge against the man who stole his birthright. Convincing the lovely Diana to part with it will prove almost as difficult as resisting her lush beauty. But Seguin's cherished plans for vengeance explode when Diana is nearly abducted and he must usher her to safety. Love me only. Now, as Mexico erupts into civil war and dangerous family secrets are revealed, Seguin and Diana can not only deny the desire simmering between them, crossing the countryside to protect their newfound love, they must fight to avenge an ancient wrong, and for a destiny as passionate as the land itself. So there you go, book number 10. And if you're interested in it, it's kind of cool deal because 10 for 10, or you can order them $1 at a time. And what I do is I put it in my Etsy and you go pick it up after I give you the link by email or messenger on Facebook, which is under Minda's Bookstore and more. And there you go. Other than that, these are the books of the day. Whatever time zone you're in, I hope you're having a great one. Everything will be in the description below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.